All right. What week are we?
We're week 16. We just had a whole discussion about whether we're week
we're up to.
15 or 16. Life's getting too confusing for us.
It is.
So 4 months on the road.
Yep.
It's our longest ever.
Longest ever trip anywhere in the world.
Trip
So yeah, it's been great.
Pretty
What do we
exciting.
do? What do we get up to?
So well, this week, I reckon this week was probably, I feel like we say this every week, but our best week yet, because Purnululu and Lake Argyle.
I feel like you say that.
I say that every week. But how good were Purnululu and Lake Argyle?
Both,
Really
really amazing actually.
Amazing.
And we did it differently. We kind of treated ourselves a bit with Purnululu. We'd been sort of living out of the van and tents and that sort of thing. So we splashed out and did the plane ride down and overnight at the sort of luxury resort down there, and it was fantastic.
We were really lucky because so the plane ride includes kind of an explanatory. It's you can just do the flight on its own. It's a kind of a tour flight on its own. So it's a fly over Purnululu, and you fly over Lake Argyle and Argyle Diamond Mine and all those things.
Some of the homesteads through there.
Homesteads and the ranges. The size of the ranges is quite amazing, just unbelievable to fathom that people have that much land. But we decided to stay overnight, and so then we landed and we had our own guide for the day, so just the two of us with our own guide, which was fantastic because you normally kind of put on a tour. On a tour, with other people.
Or you've got to do it yourself, and it's always great to have a guide. It kind of really, especially if you're there for a short space of time, it's good to get the real sort of nitty-gritty of the place and that sort of thing, and that. So we started with the south.
So we went down south and we started with the Domes Walk.
Domes Walk, and a lookout. There was a lookout on the way to the Domes Walk, but then the Domes Walk.
So that's probably the iconic image, right? Of Purnululu, the one that
sort
everyone
of honeycomb
sees.
sort of domes, sort of
Which are just
beehive domes.
Beehive domes, which are just astounding to see up close. So the thing with Purnululu is that rock face has been worn down by the wind.
Strong winds.
Which kind of makes flying a little concerning.
Luckily
our flight was pretty good.
It's wind over millions and millions of years. So, so we started, like I said, with the Domes Walk, and Pickaninny sort of creek was in through there too, which was pretty cool, that sort of area. And then we walked into...
So we went to... so he took us past the vortex, which he generally doesn't take people, but because it was just the two of us, we were able to have a look at that. And that really showed where the water and the wind had worn away the rock, right? It kind of... that was remarkable, the rock face in there.
Just a huge cylinder. Washing machine type sort of eating its way down into the rock. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. So apparently all the little pebbles get in there and get churned around by the wind and the water and slowly wear out little holes through the rock. And it was fascinating to see.
And then from there we walked on to Cathedral Gorge, which was not an overly long or arduous walk, but a beautiful, interesting walk through there. And again, you're kind of stopping every 5 minutes to take photos. And
it's hard to capture because it's so expansive all around you that to really sort of capture it and do it justice is really difficult. But,
and then in the cathedral, we did try to sing.
The acoustics
are amazing. Apparently they'd had the Australian
they had sort of
opera in there performing, which would have been amazing. Probably a little bit better than my singing in there. Not much, just a little bit better. And then we went to the north, which is a completely different look again, isn't it? Because of
different
the wind
landscape.
hitting it at different.
Doesn't have those sort of beehive sort of structures to the same degree, but it's got some great escarpments and chasms and cliff faces and that. So in there, we went into
Echidna Chasm.
Which is that sort of
amazing.
really iconic. It's a really narrow sort of chasm formed by water over millions of years, and it was just magic in there. The light, as the light comes through it and hits it, it's just absolutely.
It was golden, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just absolutely this golden glow coming down through like what is essentially a rock corridor, which was a lot longer than I was expecting it to be. As well. You feel like you get to the end of one part and then you do a dog leg and you're in another part of it. It just kind of keeps going.
And that's with part of it being blocked off at the end because of rock falls, but it really doesn't in any way impact the, how amazing the place is, because it's just from start to finish, it's absolutely spectacular. So you don't need to go right out to the end. It's just magic. Really beautiful. So and then back to the lodge.
Oh my God, I didn't want to leave the lodge. It was the most comfortable bed I've had in a long time. It was beautiful.
I think it was, I think at that point it was the only bed we'd had in a long time,
Yeah, it was,
Since Marble Bath.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
So it was hard to leave, but back on the road, and it was worth getting back on the road because then we headed to Lake Argyle.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Lake Argyle,
the view from the infinity pool and over Lake Argyle, the sun setting over Lake Argyle is just absolutely stunning, isn't it? Spectacular view.
Yeah, sunrises, sunsets. And the sunset from up at the water tower up there, it was just magic.
That was just beautiful, wasn't it? Yeah. And so we went out we hired a barbecue boat back with Ben and Amber.
Yep.
So we hired a barbecue boat with those guys and had two interlopers that came and joined us. With their
from
huge
the neighbours.
dog.
Yep.
And so the six of us and the dog went out on the barbecue.
Rottweiler.
Massive.
Yeah.
On a tiny little barbecue
Leroy.
boat. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. So out on the barbecue boat, and you just putter around on your own, drive it around. There are freshwater crocodiles in there. Something like more than 20,000 freshwater crocodiles.
We don't know the number. Every time we do a tour, none of us can remember the exact number. So there's anywhere from 20 to 200,000 to...
Yeah, well, everyone tells you something slightly different though.
Yeah.
We saw about 10 and went swimming with one as well.
Next to one,
Didn't realise we were swimming with one.
Yeah. From Jump Rock. So Jump Rock's pretty cool too. That was a good spot.
I didn't jump, but I jumped, but I swam.
Yeah, it was good.
That was pretty cool.
Really
and
good.
we saw what were the little rock wallabies?
I think they were rock wallabies.
Yeah, on the
rocks.
On the rocks. So they were cool. Cooked our barbecue. Had our barbecue and then watched the sunset over the lake.
Yep.
I did the chicken dance, which was a highlight for me. That was pretty funny.
That was not part of the barbecue boat. But
that was back at
kind of an entertainment night. Yeah.
That the staff put on.
For the owner's birthday.
Yeah, the most entertaining part of which.
We're going to cut that out.
No, we're going to show that. Here's A doing chicken dance. From Lake Argyle, we headed up to Ivanhoe Crossing, which is an iconic river crossing.
It's through the bollards, so the cars sort of snake around that sort of crescent-shaped concrete causeway across the Ord River, I think it is. Yeah, and it was good. We didn't take the Delica because that was again set up as camp, so we went through in Ben's car.
But that was a bit of fun.
Didn't see any crocs. Sometimes you can see heaps of crocs around there. There were no crocs this time.
We saw a lot of pelicans though.
A lot of pelicans, yeah.
A lot of pelicans, but sadly no saltwater crocs.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That was about it. That was week 16.
End of week 16.
Lake Argyle and Purnululu.
Yeah. So pretty cool. And next week we're on to Litchfield. So crossing back into the Northern Territory
and then making our way to Litchfield and then after that onto sort of Darwin area. Yes, that'd be great.
Yep. All right.
All right.
See you next week.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.